Hello and welcome everyone. This is Oz by Drone and also Oz by NBN. Today is the day that NBN was to be connected to my home, and I thought I'd provide you all with a little update. So the good news is the guy came and he installed the new modem. So we went from HFC to HFC. We went from DOCSIS 3.0 to DOCSIS 3.1. Basically the same piece of wire and the same physical infrastructure with a new modem. So that's what we are getting in our area. Unfortunately, we don't have fiber to the home. We don't have fiber to the curb. We don't have fiber to the basement or fiber to the anything. Someone decided it was a good idea, thank you Malcolm Turnbull, to instead use a 30-year-old network that was originally designed for television. So that's what I've got in my area. Having said that, it's what I already had. It was already better than the existing DSL services that many other people were using. That's the good news. But the bad news, you already saw how unreliable it was before. So what have we got now? Now that we're on NBN, is it any better? Well, before I do anything, I'm going to just open up my YouTube chat in the background so that I can have a look at what anyone is saying as we have this little discussion today. And I'll share with you the outcome. So we are on NBN now. That's the good news. The interesting news, is it better? So I'm going to bring up on my screen, let's do that now actually. So this little thing is the speed test application, and we're having a look at, is it better? The answer is not really. It's actually slower. So we went from 100 and something in terms of download speed. Let me make that a little bit bigger if I can. Might get in the way of me a bit, but that's all right. We went from 100 and something down to 47. In terms of download speed. Upload speed, we went from 5 to just under 20. Here's the interesting thing. This is not rocket science, because this could have been done without bringing the NBN to our area. The existing cable network was totally capable of doing everything that we see there now. Before, we had one NBN channel in use. Now we've got 4 channels in use for upload. So that's why it's roughly 4 times faster for upload. You don't have to be a maths genius to understand if you've got 4 channels, it's going to be 4 times as faster. In terms of download, it's slower. It's no better than what we had before. So I've actually got a slower service. But let's do the speed test right now, live as we sit here on air. I'll put it up on the screen one more time. So our download, around 46 megabits per second. The upload, oh, it was struggling there at the first little part of that connection. Around 17 point something megabits per second, which if we go and have a look at the history, that's what it was showing just a few moments ago when we had a look at it. So what does all that mean for me as a YouTube streamer? It means that hopefully it's going to be easier for me to go and do my live streaming. I'm going to be able to upload. That's exactly what I wanted. So Mike, you're exactly right. The increase in upload speed is what I was looking for. What I'm also looking for is reliability. I also need packets to not get lost. Now, I haven't done enough analysis yet, but I thought I'd at least share the initial experience of what happened. Download speed slower, upload speed faster, reliability yet to be proven. The other thing that I do want to share briefly is the transition experience, the cutover experience. The guy came into the house and, well, here's the old modem, here's the new modem. He put a meter on it to go and have a look at what the signal levels were, put the new modem on, and that was pretty much done. He did a test where the activation system was going and talking back to the NBN network, and it said, yes, everything is okay. But I went to a computer and tried to use that, and it was not available. What does that mean? It means that at the time that he left the house, it wasn't working, it wasn't active. It was available on a backup service, but I deliberately disabled the backup before he got there. I wanted to see what the raw NBN experience was like. And the short answer is, it doesn't work when the guy leaves your house. And I mentioned that to him, and he kind of said, too bad, you'll have to contact your retail service provider, contact Telstra. So I was contacting Telstra, and by the time I'd actually got on the phone to them, the interesting and positive news is that it became active. So that's good news. Going forward, what else? Telephone. So my existing landline telephone right now is still working. The telephone sockets on the back of the service provider provided device are not going to work for me on day one, and there's technical reasons for that. I'll work out a solution to that, but we'll get there shortly. Let's do one more speed test before we go today. I'll chuck it up there. We seem to be pretty constant with the 46, 47 megabits per second down. The upload was a little bit better this time. It peaked up at 20, came down to about 10 and settling on 17. So for my purposes, for my streaming purposes, no dropouts today, no red lights. I'm able to do this and broadcast this without any problems, and happy days. Hello to the couple of people that have joined, Grumpy, Kiwi, Mike B, thanks for joining. That's the experience. What I'm going to do just after this quick little broadcast today, I'm going to do another test, which I won't make as a public broadcast. But if anyone's available and wants to jump in to rendezvous and be a pretend guest, that'd be really cool. You can help me to test it and find out what it's going to be like next weekend when we do the show. Anyway, that's all for now. Have a good one. Thank you for watching. Thanks for being part of the Oz by Drone experience. See you later, guys. Bye.